Welcome to Lesson 5, Religion 325. This week you'll be studying sections 96 through 100 and section 134. The designers of the course have entitled this lesson A Heavenly Banner. These lessons for this week are just like last week, so um, I'll give you a brief overview on how to complete them, and I think you'll do just fine if you'll just follow these simple instructions. Of course, you need to read the material and study it. Study the student manual. You'll take a 10th question assessment on your reading, just like you've done in the past. This pattern just kind of repeats itself for the most part the same way each week. So I hope you can get comfortable in that and not worry that there's a lot of kind of got you assignments that are going to come into play, because there just aren't. The research and writing assignment, I will help explain that one because I want you to do well there. It needs to be between 500 and 600 words. Some have wondered. I've had two thoughts of this. One, this seems like there's a lot of busy work in this course, and there is a few more assignments in this course than some of the other religion classes. That's just the way they've designed it. That's something you could give feedback on if you wish, about the course when those opportunities arise. Some have also complained that maybe there's more in them than 500 or 600 words in the responses. You will not be penalized for going over 600 words. But maybe there is more asked than just 600 words would suffice to give a complete answer. And again, that would be something maybe you could, if you felt strongly about, put that in the course feedback. This is pretty simple. You're going to need to read and carefully read and ponder sections 98 through 34 and then answer the following questions. So you read the sections and then read and ponder the 4 quotes below. It'd be nice if they'd format this and so you could see the quotes, but you can, in different color, but they're right here, okay? And you'll be able to use those as you answer these questions. In number 2, what protective principles of a moral and religious people do you observe in the revelations and documents given to the saints in sections 98 and 134? And if lived by saints and others would preserve the inspired Constitution of the United States of America. So basically what I would do is I would copy this out and then I would answer the question. So I'd put this in my assignment, my paper, name on it, and answer the question from there. I would label my responses that I found from 98 with section 98 references and 134 references, and you'll do fine. The second part here is to identify and describe 3 protective principles you learn from these sections. For each principle identified in the assignment, state the scripture, principle, and what insight you've gained. This whole idea is, again, you take 3, and I'd number them 1, 2, and 3, and then I would label each one within those answers, where you do state the principle, principle, and what insight you've gained, and also just make sure that you've highlighted that in a way that it's just really simple to understand what you're trying to answer. I'd give a verse reference. Make sure you put a word count in this assignment. That gets people in a little bit of trouble. iLearn doesn't give a word count to the instructors automatically, so you need to put it in. In order for me to get that, I've got to copy and paste your assignment into a word browser to get the word count. So that's why there'll be a deduct. So make sure you have a word count, labeled out really simple, just like the other assignments, and you'll probably do well. Most people, if they do that, follow the word count, will get full credit. So pretty simple. Step 2. Read and study the 4 articles below and answer the following questions. And these are good. These links, I believe, work. If they don't, let me know. And the same thing would be here. Take the question or questions as it is in these, and then come up with your answers. And so you'd have an A, B, C, D, and E. And man, it should be simple. These don't have to be long responses, but they need to adequately answer the question. And I think you can probably do it within 600 words. If you can't and you feel like you need to go a little longer, you're not going to be penalized again. Okay. There's also some other optional readings that are pretty good, held by Elder Oaks, three of them. As you know, in the quorum, he has significant legal and judicial experience with the law and the Constitution, and is very active in monitoring how religious freedom is being protected. Most of the brethren are, but he seems to be in particular somebody who is always making sure that we're looking after the rights of people to worship as how they wish. The teach one another assignment's pretty simple, and just do it like you have. Make sure you label your answers. Doesn't need a word count, like the gospel research and writing assignment, but make sure you do that. Now remember that the research assignments due on Wednesday, and your first post to the discussion boards are due on Wednesday as well, and then your subsequent posts need to be done by the end of the week. So, and along with your reflection post. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I want you to do well on your assignments and enjoy this week. The material here this week is very good and very timely to be studying. We live in a dangerous day, and it does seem to be that the Constitution stands between us and tyranny, and in a lot of ways. And there's some great quotes here. This is a great, I think, should be a great lesson this week, and great studies. Again, have a great week, and maybe where you're at, it's warm and sunny. In Idaho, it's the dead of winter. Anyway, have a great week.